Hi, this is Rebecca Brand, Iron Cook. My friend Joe is going on an online date, a blind date. Here's my advice. Joe, you got a date. That's good. I hear it's Danny, and I hear she's gothic. That's great. When I think of gothic, I think of lace. I think of corsets, black fingernails. I think of beauty, and I think of fun. Joe, I think you got a live one. You got to reel her in. We're going to play a little game today. So Joe, you're in the pond. You're in the pond of all the other fishies, and you got to nail this one. So here's what we're going to do. Every time there's something that you can do that's easy, we're going to go bing, and that's a little sound to know you just scored a point. It's time to fish or cut bait, and you're going to go fishing, and you got one on the hook. Let's reel her in. So one of the big things you can do on a date is to woo her by your good manners. I teach my boys good manners. One of the easiest way to score a bing is to walk her into the car. You got to open that door, and you got to hustle. Don't let her get to that car door before you do. It's a race. You got to win. You got to get to the finish line fast. And get her in. Don't let her fall out. Don't let her hit the ground. Escort her. She can have a short skirt. That could be issues. You got to have her feet getting up into there. Hey, and you may have a low gravity car. So keep all that in mind as you usher your young lady into the car. And don't forget to get her out. And ladies, if you're watching this, the best thing to do is to wait in that car until he gets you out. And if he doesn't figure that out, he's going to be having dinner alone. Now, let's review our table manners. You got to rush the chair. You got to get there before she does. And you got to get there before a waiter does. And you got to take it out. And you got to get her open so she can go sit down. And then assist her. Assist her, pushing that chair back in. Bing! You scored some more points. These point scoring things are free. Use them to your best advantage. So when you're sitting at the table, use your best table manners. It's really important to do this. You may think, but why? This doesn't come natural. This is a struggle. Oh, best we learn these things and start using them. You don't want to be a caveman at that dinner table. And Joe, I know you're the quiet type, so hold your fork properly and know how to cut a piece of steak. You might need a lot of protein for this big night ahead of you. And make sure you drink a lot of wine. Wine's helpful. Wine's helpful in stressful moments. So pour some wine. Drink some wine. And always, always, always take a girl on a first date to a table that has candles and maybe a tablecloth. You want it to be romantic. If it's not romantic, she can look at you like a brother, like a friend. You want romance tonight. This is a big night. It's a big night for her, and it's a big night for you, Joe. It doesn't have to be super expensive, but as long as there's a candle on the table and the mood is right and the lighting is good, girls like good lighting, then you're all set to have a great conversation. And Joe, I hear you might be on the quiet side, and your cohorts think you're a little cranky. Don't be cranky. Be positive, uplifting, and start talking to her and ask her questions about herself. Where did she grow up? What kind of family does she have? Boys, girls, only child? Where did she go to school? Did she go to school? Good thing to find out. Talk light. After she explains something, then you say something about you. Where'd you grow up? Who's in your family? We want to know. And Joe, if you have mother issues, this is not the time to bring them out. Now, I don't know you. It could be all well and good in the hood, but don't bring them out on the first date. You might save that for a couple dates down the line. And if you had bad relationships, we all do. That's okay. No problem. But that might be for a leisurely Sunday drive type of discussion. Not this first date. I know you probably know that, but just saying. And when it comes time for dessert, she's probably going to say, oh no, I've had enough. Forget it. Never believe a girl when she says that. She's always lying. Make sure if she won't order one, you pick the most luscious thing on the menu, like maybe a strawberry moussey thing with fresh strawberries all around, something really sexy. And you can order dessert wine or order an after dinner drink. That helps. And when that tab comes, very quietly, silently, like the dead run fish in your tank, grab the check and quietly put it down. Look at it briefly, but don't pick a fight with the waitress at this time. This isn't going to be good for you. Just pay the damn bill and get out of there. Make sure to be generous to the waitress because she felt your anxiety too, I bet. They all do. It's like, we can all tell. When somebody's on a first date, it's a joy, but there's also a bit of maybe awkwardness. I don't know. I don't know you. But that's how it is with me. I know those waitresses are putting a lot to deal with me on a first date when I walk into a place. So I always like somebody to tip well. I could have had an issue. I could have spilled something. And Joe, you might spill something, and she might spill something. But then you say, we're having a party now. The party started. Always make light of any mistakes that might happen. No judgment on the first date about her, about you. I hope the dinner was so great that you guys feel invigorated to go somewhere else after dinner. But if you don't, that's okay. A lot has just happened over those couple of hours over your first date. So walk her to the car and put her in with opening that door. Bing! More points! Or get her to her destination. And be sure to grab her and try to give her a kiss. Because if you don't step out and try that, a girl thinks you just want to be friends. I know. Even if she goes, oh, I'm not quite ready for that. That's okay. But at least you know you made a college try. And I hope the stars are aligned and magic happens. Whee! So keep going and keep kissing her if I'll let you. Good luck, Joe. Let me know how it goes.